the globe. How has it been? So good to have you all on this wonderful show with me this morning. Now let me ask you, what have you asked for this morning? What do you think is the greatest gift in this world that you can ask for? Do you know what I've asked for? I asked for life. Yes. I started off this morning with prayers, thanking God for the gift of life. You know, once there is life, you can achieve all that you've ever set out your heart to achieve. And on that note, I welcome you to today's wonderful program on the exigencies of life. My name is Patience C.N. Okunkwo, and it's our pleasure to have you on board today. Now, straight to the point. I've come for women today. What are we going to talk about today? I have brought a message for you. Good message, good news that you cannot deny. You cannot refuse it. And I'm kicking off with this topic. It is called family healing. Sorry. Family healing. Listen, there's a whole lot going on in the world today. It has left families broken. So today we are going to discuss about family healing. There are so many angles to it, but today we are going to concentrate on one particular angle, and that is the healing of the mind. This healing of the mind, I have set it into three categories. We have gamifying your marriage. I have another one, the mirror. And then the last one we'll discuss today is good investment ideas. Now, let me go straight to the women. Now, why am I talking about women? It's not just because it is centered on the woman alone. No. What I'm discussing today has to do with men too, but I want to single women out so we can talk woman to woman. You know, they said, he who wears the shoe knows where it inches the most. So as a woman, I think it's good I take it up from there so we'll discuss these things together. Let me ask you, do you know that there are so many characters of yours that is throwing your spouse off balance? There are so many underlying character of yours that is making your husband uncomfortable, that has hurt his mind, that has infected his mind, that his mind is seeking for healing. Do you know that you have some questionable characters? I'm talking to women. Do you know as a woman, as a wife, that you have some questionable character that has hurt the mind of your husband? Probably you don't know. Now let's break it down. What I'm going to share with you today, I'm going to point out those ill characters, but I will concentrate on the solutions. Do you know so many women have lack flavor? There's no more flavor in them. There's no more flavor in them. There are a whole lot that you need to do to spice up that your marriage, that your relationship with your husband, so that his mind can be healed. What is it that I'm saying? Listen to what it is that I am saying. Gamify your marriage, gamify your relationship. When you gamify your relationship, it gives room for talk. When you make your relationship a walking, talking relationship, then you will know that there is a whole lot that will pump out when your marriage is gamified to when you just keep walking. All you do is wake up in the morning, go to the kitchen, make dishes, take care of the kids, blah, blah. Excuse me. Is that what you think marriage is all about? Marriage is not all about making babies. Marriage is not all about cooking. Marriage is about companionship. Marriage is about bringing out godly and good ideas. Listen, iron sharpened iron. I'm going to tell you what worked for me. Now, this is my secret I'm going to release to you. You can try it. When I noticed that somehow that the phone in my marriage is a little bit dropping, is dropping per seconds billing, I sought for solution. When I noticed what I just said, I decided to seek help within myself, not outside. Because most times when you seek help outside and you get so many different kind of ideas that will becloud your mind and it will get things all messed up for you. In this life, nobody ever lived or living that has never had any challenge in this life. But you know who becomes the best? You know who handled that challenge better? They are those that went into their closest and draw strength from within inside them. You look inside of you. You pull courage up. And you said, no, I'm taking this bull by the horn. I'm making this thing work. Marriage, like I said, is not all about making babies. It's about strengthening each other. Help your husband find healing to his heart, to his mind. Help your spouse find healing to their mind. There are a whole lot of underlined questionable characters of yours that have thrown your husband off balance, that he cannot discuss secrets with you. Are you doubting that there is some homes that their husbands don't tell what they do? Are you doubting it that there are some homes that the wife don't even know what the husband is up to when it has to do with investments, with money-wise, blah, blah, blah? Don't doubt it, my dear. Don't doubt it. Listen to what it is that I'm saying. Take a seat. Sit down and listen. Most times you just sit down by yourself, for yourself. You ask yourself questions. You profile solution to those questions you've asked yourself. That is why I said you need to go into your closest and pull up courage from within inside of you and heal your marriage and heal your spouse. You know how I healed my spouse? How I healed my marriage? I sought for those little things that will think they are nothing, but my dear, they are mind-blowing. And that is why I target gamifying your marriage. I went and I got this. It is funny, but it's not funny either. Listen, I bought this. We call this ncho. I don't know the English name for it. So if you know, please drop the name on the comment section for me so I can learn. I got this. I got Lido, but my Lido already broke. Trying to fix it to get the frame again, but it's giving me tough time, but I will see what I can do to it. I got what? When I got this, I started playing with my husband. Now I'm giving you my secret. It worked for me, my darling, it can work for you. I started playing it with my hubby. Do you know, when I started doing this kind of little play with him, there were rivers of living waters gushing out. I'm telling you, things you never knew that is existing in their heart that you did to them that he don't even want to mention to you, and you know nothing about it. When we started talking, we started playing Ludo, we started playing the Central, you know. And most time he wants to do a joro. He wants to outsmart me. I want to count wrong. I'll say, no, stop. That's not true. From there, we'll laugh. I fall on his shoulder. He falls on mine. Blah, blah, blah. The ball starts rolling. And then secrets were made open. He started telling me, honey, do you know this and this? This and this character of yours are turning me off. In my widest imagination, I never thought that I was even doing such. Then we started like that. I noticed it was working. After meal, I could just, no matter how tired he is, even if it is once, my sister, goodness me, what is happening to your flavor? Garnish your marriage. Garnish your relationship. Don't wait for him. Don't wait for her. Be the first to get it started. He said, he offended me. I'm not going to say sorry. She offended me. I'm not going to say sorry. Now we're not looking for who to do it first. My darling, if it comes across your heart, take up the challenge. Do it first. When I gamified my marriage with my hobby, my darling, the sweetest part of it comes in. I was able to know those things I was doing that were turning him off, that he weren't really able, as in, to discuss it with me. I got to know the depth. You know what they said, the depth of a man's heart. I got to know about it. Gradually, I started putting myself on check. Gradually, I started putting myself on check. Started working it out. Cementing it. Putting one or two together. And today, listen to what it is that I'm telling you. Gamify your relationship. Don't take it out. Unless when you know that the person you are taking it to, it's somebody who will not use it against you, who will provide good solutions, who will give you the best of what it is you ask for. Having said all that, it takes me to the next one. The next category. Remember, we are talking about family healing. Family healing. But we are taking a subtitle called Healing the Mind. This will be a series, but let's take Healing the Mind and look into it so we can dot all the I's. When we talk about the second category, I talk about the mirror. The mirror. Now, I will come to the mirror later on. When your hubby faces some challenges he does face, either from his own family, his friends, his bosom friends, as in his pals, or from his colleagues, and he comes home and he tells you about those challenges, how do you take it? What are your takes on them? Especially when it's matter that concerns his family, his siblings. You jump into conclusion because his brother insulted him, because his younger brother or his elder brother said one or two words that didn't really go down well with you. And you were like, how dare you talk to my husband? And then you chip in. How do you handle it? How? Listen, in this situation, your husband is already infected. His mind is already boiling because somebody said something that got him upset, and his mind is bitter. His mind is boiling. And he comes home and dish this out on you, or rather, and told you about it. How do you handle it? What are the solutions you prefer? How do you heal that mind of his that is boiling at that moment? Do you just jump into conclusion? Do you just start talking because, yes, you know how to talk? Blah, 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 blah. You keep wagging your mouth. Some even go to the extent of calling the wife of the husband of their brothers, I don't know how do I put it, like your husband's younger brother offended you, then offended your husband, and then you went all out and called the young man's wife. Hey, listen, when your husband, excuse me, take a chill pill. How do you handle that situation? How do you bring healing to that mind that is already boiling? The best way to bring healing to that mind, it is where the second category comes. That is the mirror. Be a very useful mirror. Let your husband see in your eyes. Let him hear the words of wisdom that will come out from your mouth. If possible, just do the listening as he complains. Listen to him, sleep over it, or ponder over it. When dinner is finally eaten and the game, you come with another game, maybe this time around not in chop. Maybe this time around is war, or any other game you know how to play. Then you tell him, honey, I've been thinking about those words that you said yesterday or that you said earlier on about your siblings. I think this is the best way to go about it. If it were you, you might have done what he did. Don't side your husband and don't be against him. Always toe the path of peace. Makadia mama. You see, they said, in my language, that iwe nwanne adịghị eru n'ọkpụkpọ. No matter how your sibling offends you, it doesn't get to the bone that much. At that moment, you might be, but as time goes on, gradually, all the fuse releases. So if you are a smart wife, if you are a wife that is filled with flavor, then you will mirror it down to the path of peace. Proffer good solutions. Speak peace at all times. I'm not saying even in the foolish things you speak peace. Yes, even in the foolish things, wisdom demands that you apply wisdom in everything. So that speaking of peace may be applying of wisdom. It doesn't mean you're a coward. It means you're very calculative. So please, women, identify your place. Go into your closet and draw strength. Pull up strength. Look within you and tell yourself, I'm not going to take no for an answer. I'm going to heal this mind. Heal your mind. Heal your hubby's mind. Listen, do you know, when you heal his own, in turn, he will start thinking, my wife is actually something beautiful these days. This thing she is already doing to me, maybe I can reciprocate. And that is where the beauty of marriage lies. It's not all about making babies, even though it is one of it. But then, learn to build yourself together. Let me quickly go to the last one because I'm talking too much now. And the last one is good investment ideas. Are you the type that when there is money at home, your husband will not even discuss anything he wants to do with the money? He can't even come to you and ask you for ideas on what you think we should invest into. My dear, if you are the type, you better stand up and be on your toes and get these things straight up. Amend it. Get your flavor back. Don't dull yourself in every area of the house. You only do is eat, sleep, talk, gossip. Excuse me. You are better off than that, my darling. Buy your husband over with good investment idea that he cannot refuse. Sit him down. Honey, baby, sweetheart, whatever it is that you call him and tell him, look at the ideas I have. Let's sit. Let's look into it. Proffer solution, my friend. That is why you are in that marriage. Not to open and close, even though it is vital. But wisdom. Listen, if I leave my husband tomorrow, God forbid, my name will never leave his lips. Everything about me will be on his lips because I know I'm paying my dues. I am here to challenge you this morning. Stir up your flavor. Come on. Heal that mind. Buy him over with good investment idea. Not once you know that it's money, you not say, baby, buy Jeep. Is that an investment? Or baby, move into salt, blah 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 blah, because a friend of yours is into salt business, and you think it will work for you. Did you sit down and do the calculation? Did you do the thinking? How do we do about how do we go about it? When you profile your ideas, try to tell him, these are the ways I think if we do it, it will go. If we do, then two of you now sit together and look into it. If it's going to work, it will definitely work. If it's not going to work, then two of you will definitely see that this can be not go well, this will go well, this will go well. Heal a mind today. Heal a mind. And for those of you that are filled with negativity, there is nothing positive that will come out from your mouth. Once it has to do with your husband, who is that person? Forget him. That is not, I'm just enduring him. Excuse me. Be careful with what you say, because what you are reaping this day is actually the product of your speech yesterday. It is the product of your words yesterday. Watch it. Watch it. So that is it on the exigencies of life this morning. I've shaken some tables, right? Once in a while we do this. Once in a while. But the whole aspect of it all is to awaken that flavor in you that has dried up. Most of you already know what I'm just saying, what I just said now. Most of you know it. You even know better than I do. But because nobody has already, because it has been there dormant, you didn't remember it. A lot of you know about Incho, isn't it? A lot of you know about hide and seek. You know, I play hide and seek game with my husband. Sure. You run and you go and hide, and he will not be looking up. Even my kids, they're like, no, mommy knows he's here. Mommy knows he's there. Mommy is there. Like that. Da, 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 you know. It's funny, my darling, but it's working. It doesn't matter what people are thinking. Find out that thing that is going to spice the relationship between you and your husband. Get at it. Heal that heart. Heal that mind. Set the ball rolling and enjoy every aspect of it all. Listen, I am thank God to what thank God is to patience. And patience. And thank God is patience to what patience is to him. Okay, on that note, I come to the end of today's wonderful talk. I'll see you some other time. Please keep it real with us on this channel. It is Patience CN Okonkwo on the exigencies of life. Please subscribe to our channels, hit the like button and press the notification button so that whenever I drop new videos, you will be the first to be notified. That is it from us. Have a wonderful and prosperous day. Sign out.